Welcome back to Ready, Set, Sold with your host, Bryan Vogt. And I tell you what, I said this quite often, but it's really true. I'm always amazed what I learn from the mayors of these cities of what's actually going on. The information that they're able to provide, I think, is a true asset to not only the listeners, but I'll be honest with you, to me. In the first segment, we talked about 3 things you could do, and one of them was Facebook, to look at what they're posting, how often they're posting. Are they posting 10 or 20 times? That might be fun, but again, if you're hiring them to sell your house, you want to make sure that they may have a presence there. There's nothing wrong with that, but they're not spending all their time, on Facebook. The other part of that too is do they have a Facebook page? And that's a business page, and that's important to have that presence so they can put your house on Facebook. There's no actual results-oriented record saying that having your house on Facebook is going to have a certain percentage of sales, meaning is a 5% chance better or whatever percentage. But with 1 billion people, it's not a bad idea. We have 1 billion users. It's not a bad idea to be on there. So what we're going to talk about also in this segment here is the other 2 and 3 things. And number 2 thing is Google them, is find their website. You should be looking for their own personal website, and that's really important. Most agents will have a site or have houses on the company site, and that's good too. But remember, you want to be able to have your agent be able to direct them to your house, and not to have hundreds upon hundreds of houses they have to look through, which actually is somewhat competition that you don't really want to have solely. Nothing wrong with having that, but making sure that they have their own dedicated website so they can showcase your house. And the second part with that is once you've established that they have that, and most top agents do, some don't, but again, that would be something that you might want to question if this is the direction you want to go, because everyone knows that the internet is a big source of how people find houses. But secondly is it easy to find your house? Do they have feature home sections? Do they have nothing on the front? And that's kind of important. Again, if your house is going to be on the market and they're going to be marketing to you, how are they going to be marketing to you? And the importance of being able to see your home or go to it very quickly, ideally on the front page. They don't have to go hunt and peck through the website because, look, we live in a world where things happen fast, and buyers don't always have the most patience, especially millennials. God love them, but sometimes they kind of blow things pretty fast. So if your agent is marketing their website, which hopefully they are, directing people towards it to view their listings, you want to make sure they're easy to get to. And that's really important. And the third thing you want to look for is to see if they have a blog. And the blog is usually going to be on the website. And the blog is a fantastic way to be able to market your home. Again, we have blogs that we run for every house. And so we blog about it. That attracts people not only to the website, but then it can attract people to view the home. Blogging is becoming one of the fastest and easiest ways that people are finding out homes. I mean, again, it's a new generation coming in of buyers, and that's one of the ways that they do it. The second thing that you want to be interested in is do they have podcasts? And I know this might be a little bit of research, but I can tell you it goes a long way of finding out if this is an agent that is connected to where people are looking for houses. And that's with podcasts. And that's going to Google Play, going to iTunes. We've had sellers that, understand that YouTube and all these things are different avenues that the buyers are looking at and trying to find information about your house, or if nothing else, they're trying to find information about that agent, whether or not that buyer is going to contact that agent who has the listing. So those things can be extremely critical and really important, and you really want to focus on those things too. With that said, kind of going back on a point that I meant to mention on the Facebook part that becomes important, or I may have mentioned briefly, but maybe to highlight that, is, again, the political arena. We're in a highly charged political arena. It seems like every year it gets higher and higher and higher. Oftentimes, good or bad, agents will voice their opinion. I personally think that's a big, big mistake. Other agents may disagree. Maybe even you as sellers may disagree also. But many times they will either love one section of whoever the president is right now, and they may hate that president or whatever that situation is. And sometimes you can see that they're having quite the debates out there. Had a seller talking about that. They happen to be on the other side of the fence, and they really didn't want that person coming to their house because their political beliefs didn't coincide with the sellers. Right or wrong, but you as a seller sometimes need to make that decision and make sure that you have a working relationship, that isn't something that's clouded your judgment. Also, and we've heard this from other agents, talking to other agents, sometimes being on Facebook and shouting their political beliefs or possibly their religious beliefs, quite frankly, they may not agree with them, and sometimes that creates a situation of not wanting to necessarily show their houses. Now, we can call that good or we can call that bad, but sometimes that comes into play. The personality of the agent can have an effect on how many people are going to be, how many agents are going to be wanting to show your listing. And that can have a negative effect definitely on you, and that's something that you really don't want to have. So if you kind of follow those three things, again, with the Facebook, finding out how many posts they have, making sure they have a business page so that they have their own website, making sure that how important that is, checking out to see where your house is going to be featured at so that you know that they are promoting your house 24/7. And the third thing is again, the blogs and the podcasts. This is the new way that people are getting information, and you want to make sure that they're current and up to date with what's going on to promote your house the best and possible way. With that said, we're going to be going into the next segment, the last segment, where we're talking about the tip of the week, and that's going to have to do with commissions versus value in deciding which real estate agent to choose. Hey, during the break, though, I'll give you an opportunity. Go to ReadySetSold.org, not.com, ReadySetSold.org, not.com, and pick up the book. It's absolutely free, no strings attached. We'd love to mail it to you. Many people already have taken advantage of the offer, and I think it would be great if you made that decision also. So do that during the break. We'd greatly appreciate it. We'll see you in a few. Bye-bye.